Hello knittosaurs and crafters. It's Saturday evening and I've been cleaning, tidying and tackling those maintenance of life chores that pile up after a long work week. But now I'm ready to sit down, relax, enjoy the rest of the evening and cast on a new project. If you watched episode 5, you know I've had my eye on the Knitty Committee top by Lily Kate France. I've been wanting to try Lily Kate France pattern for a while. So I just bought the pattern and I'm ready to give it a go. I'll be using drop saffron, 100% cotton in this subdued beautiful pink, color number 056. I've never been into pink in my entire life, but lately I have no idea what has gotten into me. I've been really liking pink. In fact, in the past few months, I bought 4 different pink yarns. I can't explain it. I guess it's just my pink phase. I've worked with this yarn before and I know my gauge is 26 stitches and 36 rows on 2.75mm US 2 needles, almost spot on with the pattern gauge. Just 1 row short, which should be easy to adjust as I knit the top. But without any more rambling, let's start knitting. Oh no. Look at this. Why didn't I pay attention? I knitted all the front neckline increases on the side of the armhole. It's Tuesday evening and Sadie here is modeling my Knitty Committee top. Wow, I just named my dress form Sadie. Let's see if this name sticks. So between Saturday evening, Sunday, Monday night, and a couple of hours tonight, I was able to get to the point where I can finally join the front and the back at the underarm area and continue knitting the body in the round. But let me tell you about the construction of the top first. So you start with the back at the neckline, shape the shoulders with German short rows and continue knitting down. When you get to the underarm area, you make few increases and then you place your stitches on hold. Then you go to the front, pick up stitches at the shoulders, right shoulder and left shoulder separately, shape the shoulders with German short rows, and then continue knitting down, making increases at the neckline until you eventually join the 2 pieces together. Then you continue knitting down, again few increases at the underarm area. And now I'm at the point where I will join them and I can continue knit mindlessly in the round for a little while. This messy stitch marker situation here is my favorite way to keep track of my increases. Every time I make an increase, I add a stitch marker. This way I don't have to count, remember, or write down how many stitches I've made. I can just see them. Now that I'm finished with the increases, I can remove all the stitch markers. I'm pretty happy how far I have gotten on this top so far. I'm not sure if reaching this point was fast, slow, or average. What do you think? My main goal was to get to the mindless knitting the body in the round portion because I'm taking some time off work to visit my parents and I'm flying out on Friday and I wanted to have a travel-friendly knit to take with me. Mission accomplished. I want to show you my pink haul. It's so strange how many pink and pinkish shade yarns I bought recently. As I mentioned, I've never been much of a pink girl. Didn't wear it as a kid and was never really into it as an adult until now. The first is drop saffron 100% cotton in color number 56 powder pink. This pink was the second color I bought in this yarn. Both the first color I purchased and this are still works in progress. I loved how my first project looked, so I decided to get more of this yarn in different colors. Plus it's so affordable. I purchased it on sale for $1.45 US per 50 gram ball from Linde Hobby. The regular price is around $190 per ball. I'll show you my projects in another episode, but I wanted to say that I really like this pink shade. It's soft, not too in your face, just feminine. The second and third yarns are two colors of the popular Sandnes Garn Thin Lina, 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen. I bought these to make a pink sample of the CNCNT. The darker shade, color number 4335 Raspberry Cream, was supposed to be the main color, and the lighter shade, color number 4323 Rose, the contrast color stripes. However, when I made a swatch, I realized I didn't like the combination as much with the 7-row, 2-row stripe pattern. I think it will look better with just the 1-row, very skinny light pink stripe. And that's not the pattern for the CNCNT. I can't explain why, just a gut feeling of what looks good to me. So I dropped the idea of using these for the tea sample, and now I'm looking for a different project for these yarns. Let me know if you have any good suggestions of what I could make with them. The last two yarns are pink-ish shades, more muted with beige or gray undertones. I bought both with cardigans in mind. One for an autumn pink cardigan and the other for a spring pink cardigan. Can you guess which is which? Hopefully you're thinking the same as I did. This is drop spell unicolor, 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen in color number 22 Rosewater. And I want to make a spring cardigan from it. It's a beautiful muted grayish light pink. I have 10 50-gram balls. This is the only DK 8-ply weight yarn of the bunch, the rest are fingering weight 4-ply. And last but not least, this is Rauma Garn Fino 100% Norwegian wool in color number 4138 powder pink heather. I have 10 balls of 50 grams. I find this a very autumn pinkish shade with beige undertones and a mild grayish look. I've never worked with this yarn before. It feels a bit scratchy, but I'm not sure how it will change after washing. I'm sure it's really warm and will make a beautiful autumn cardigan. If you know any good patterns for an autumn cardigan in this color, let me know. I'm always open to ideas and inspiration. And that's all for my pink phase haul. Did I buy too much pink yarn? If the background looks a little different, it's because I'm at my mom and dad's apartment. I arrived here 2 days ago, and during my flights, I managed to get some knitting done. I finished the second 50-gram ball of yarn, and now I'm about to start the third one. Instead of continuing with the body, I'm going to work on the neckline and knit the sleeves first. Then block the piece, that way when I try on the tee, I'll get proper fit and can decide how long I want the body to be. I don't know why I did this, but I did. I finished both sleeves. One, the left, I needed to pattern, and the other, the right, I decided to make much shorter. And I didn't just knit them. I went ahead and cast them both off. Now looking at how they turned out, I think I actually prefer the longer version, which means I have to painstakingly undo my Italian cast off on the shorter sleeve, frog the ribbing and the modified decrease row I added, and then reknit the sleeve to pattern. I guess I just really want this tee to fit right, since I'm putting so much work into it, and honestly, what's a little extra knitting if it means getting the look I want, right? Better to try the shorter sleeve and not like it and frog it than to always wonder what if. Sleeves grow back, regrets don't. I just realized I made a stupid mistake. Can you see it? I was supposed to decrease every 10th row, and guess who missed one in between this and this right here, and on the other side? Yep, me. Which means I have no choice but to undo hours of work and go all the way back to that missed decrease. I wish I had a time machine so I could just pop back in time and fix it, but since I don't, I'll be spending my present and my future hours correcting it instead. Oh well, knitting keeps us humble, right? Vacation. I flew in Friday evening, but yesterday was spent unpacking and tidying up the house. I did manage to block the top, still a little damp, because I wanted to see if it would grow before deciding how much more length to knit. I estimated I need about 2 more inches of stockinette, plus the ribbing at the bottom, and then it should be finished. I'm hoping to wrap it up today. When I was at my parents' house, I found a dress that belongs to my mom, which is a perfect color match to my yarn. My mom was kind enough to give it to me so I can try modifying it into a skirt to pair with my new top. I also have another fabric in my stash with matching lining and cotton lace ribbon. that I bought at Joann's Fabrics a few years back. Sadly, all Joann's Fabric stores are closed now. That matches the top as well. But I think I'll save that project for later, since I'd like to spend more time designing something special with the fabric and the lace. Maybe I'll keep that for another episode. So now let's get to work. I wasn't able to finish last night, but I ended up knitting 3 inches, not 2, this part. I just finished the ribbing and bound off the hem this morning. And before I start weaving all the loose ends, I want to show you how much yarn I have left from the 4th 50-gram ball. This is it. Maybe 25 inches? That's all. I do have one more ball of this yarn, but I was really hoping not to start it, and it worked out perfectly. Now let's finish up this tee.